David Mismo from YouTube.
What? Where's...
English Q&A.
Goes right there. See, I drew it with a magic marker.
Are you flipping kidding me? That's fake ath, bro.
Dude, I'm gonna. Oh, really? Yes.
Try to click it.
Okay, I will. Pizza time.
Are you having a nice day? Odd smiley face.
I'm not having a very nice year. Almost everything that could go wrong went terribly wrong. How about you?
Do you like my profile pic? Wait a second. Is that? Could it be? Holy shit. A motherfucking Unova reference.
Yes.
Do you like Lockstep and can you perfect it every try? K thanks minor than 3. How long did it take you to complete Lockstep Lockdown?
Why are we still here? Just to suffer? Every night, I can feel my leg and my arm, even my fingers. The body I've lost.
Perfect.
I've lost.
Lockstep is okay, fine, but Lockstep Lockdown is not canon.
What was your reaction to Megamix's final remix title screen medley?
Back in 2015, when the PS Plus released, the only game in the series that I had played was the DS version, so I was like, huh? Why is this final remix so different to DS and Wii, and oh, is that the DS title screen? Well, that's kinda cool. But then, waiting for its localization, I also played Tengoku and Fever, and then I was like, it all comes together. Honestly, it still kinda gives me the chills replaying the remix. It's awesome.
Least favorite remix?
I'd say the first one, from Rhythm Tengoku, although I guess it gets a free pass due to being the first one and all, and the tempo up version kinda slapping a lot. So maybe Remix 8 from Tengoku, it's just kinda there, it's boring and disappointing.
What's your favorite rhythm game from the entire series?
Karate Man 2 from Fever.
What minigame would you have loved to see come back in Megamix, and what would you have despised if it did appear in the best class?
Bonodori and Space Other easily. And if you include the sequels, even better. I feel like I should save the Moais games for the later, but honestly, I like the first one, it's good. So considering the first part is already in, I must say Ninja 2. I just really hate that one outside of the game. Haha, yes.
Favorite game series other than Rhythm Heaven? Is the Rhythm Heaven franchise your favorite game franchise, or is there something that rivals it?
It's definitely a very special franchise to me, both from in-game reasons and also all the people I got to know, my channel and all of that. But
Rhythm Tengoku.
Nanny.
Orewa Paketo Monster Daisuke da. Do you like Alan Moiseev?
literally the best Rhythm Heaven YouTuber ever, aside from TV games, of course. Do not at me, this is facts.
What's your favorite remix from Tengoku?
Remix 7, because that's just like choosing 3 of them at the same time.
Will you make more custom remixes?
I can't say for sure, honestly. I just kinda lost interest on them in the meantime of these 3 years. I still check some of them from time to time, but the lack of interest and time are a thing, and a very big one. However, I still make custom remixes in my head listening to music I really like. I can't escape it, it's the custom remixer syndrome. So, who knows, honestly. I never say never. I could make more for collabs, or maybe I change my mind. I just don't know.
Is there a Rhythm Heaven song that you do not like?
Nah, not really, no. I may have a trauma with Moai 2, but even that song has its moments, like the night part. If anything, I'm just kinda disappointed that some of the Tengoku sequels didn't get a new song. And there's also Last Remix in trumpets. I mean, English.
Everybody ready? And the 1, and the 2, and the 1, 2, 3, 4.
If you can be any Rhythm Heaven character, which one would you be? Which Rhythm Heaven character is your favorite?
I believe in miracles. Where you from? You sexy thing, you. I believe in miracles.
And Karatillo, I love him. Don't worry, my boy. Someday, the both of us will be strong enough to leave our family basement and follow our dreams and... I mean... What?
What was the hardest remix, other than Final Ones, to perfect in the entire series?
I think DS had the hardest ones, for me at least, as a child. With Remix 3, the time signature messed me up a lot, and also Remix 6 with them transitions. But there's also Remix 8, with now I find really easy and also great. But as a kid was hell. And yes, my touch screen felt that too. Shout out to Fever's Remix 8, 3, but particularly 2 due to being so short yet so big of a you for being so early in the game.
What is your favorite anime so far? Yaoi.
Me? A whip? But the only anime I love in my childhood were comedies like Shin-chan, Doraemon, Keroro, and of course Pokemon. But nowadays I like me some romance. I'm just weak for that shit, like Kaguya-sama, Toradora, High Score Girl, also the manga of Takagi-san, but also shoutouts to Stan Gates, Madoka, and Ohana, and I am not a whip.
How and when did you meet La Liga del Ritmo?
Kids,
Let's go.
I'm gonna tell you an incredible story. The story of how I met your La Liga del Ritmo.
Who the flipper flop are you? Where's our dad?
I'ma call the police. Entertain him.
Well, I met Gilbert first, as he used to talk in the comment section of my videos all the time. Cause social networks are overrated, I guess. Tapper and Cube, well, Locorito back then, I also met in YouTube short after, because I followed their channels. And eventually, I also met Kana in a Rhythm Heaven Discord. And well, we all became friends due to all of us speaking Spanish, or our channels being more or less focused on Rhythm Heaven. And then one day in the Fever Repainted days, Tapper got the idea of uploading a playthrough, but he didn't want to do it on his channel because that's not the kind of content he's known for. So I told him that we could use a second channel that I had already created for shitpost, quality content. And from there, the idea gradually evolved into a collaboration channel about Rhythm Heaven. Sorta like the Rhythm League, but in Taco. And we, being the original and creative peeps we are, just took their name and translated to Spanish. And voila! La Liga del Ritmo was born. Yeah, don't worry, it's okay, we asked them first. Well, that wasn't that long of a story, was it?
And now it's dead, lol.
Okay, fine, I'm done. Guys, come in.
Question. Favorite Kirby game music track? Which is easier to beat, Fever or Megamix?
If we're talking about main game, that's Megamix, easily. It's just, you have to actually try to fail at that game. I understand that it was to ease new players into the series, but man. Now, if we're talking about going for all the perfects and also extra content like the challenge train, of course Megamix is also the hardest, but I like to think that the Lockstep Lockdown doesn't exist, so it's kinda there.
Are you a musical person? Like, do you make sequenced music?
See, I really like to say yes, because I love music, but no, not really. I only admire from the distance, and the only instrument I know how to play is the flute. But hey, I also have an ocarina from my Zelda fan days. Maybe I could use it to go back in time and learn an instrument.
Is mayonnaise an instrument?
If you made a Rhythm Heaven minigame from scratch, what would it be like?
I don't know how the music would go, because I can't into music theory, but I've always loved the ocean, so I love a minigame based on that. Of course, being a Rhythm Heaven minigame, it would have a cute girl and monkeys. Sea monkeys. I'd also really like an Endless Karate Man minigame because I feel like that's the natural progression for those games, as they've already kind of done everything. And of course, Endless Tag Trial.
Are you the alien or Farmer Bob?
Well, I am the ugly one.
What is your favorite song with vocals in right hand and preferred language?
I'm way too nostalgic for the DS song in Spanish. Struck by the Rain, That's Paradise, Fan Club 2, basically all of them. Except for the Dazzles. The Dazzles kinda suck. But nostalgia aside, literally all the songs from Fever. They're amazing in all the languages and especially Remix 9. It's just beautiful.
What's the easiest game for you to perfect in the final towers in Megamix? Left/right hand towers. Tibby's mom.
Honestly, none of the sequels in Megamix feel particularly difficult to me. The only one would be Cosmic Rhythm Rally, but I'd say in Megamix is just way easier thanks to the button controls. I guess I'd say Cosmic Dance cause it's just literally a space dance, but with a fake out that I don't think it even got me the first time.
Which Rhythm Heaven is your fav?
I have to say Fever. It just has the best minigames, remixes by far, and also extra content. Well, there's Megamix, but that's kinda cheating, you know. With that said, nostalgia is making me look at the DS version more and more with each year. The controls really make it something unique.
From all the stages in the Rhythm Heaven franchise, which would be your favorite, and which would be your least favorite?
Why do Bob 2 or Ninja 2? They are both equally bad.
When making a custom remix, what is the single most important thing you want to have in its design?
Always use Tag Trial. It goes with everything. But seriously though, for me it just comes to 2 points. First, if possible, try to give its own theme, just like real remixes do. And 2, make it as playable as possible, while at the same time trying to not make it boring. And yes, that's it. Everything else, like textures and the like, I just see as extra content.
Single hardest music track to make an extension for, in your opinion, from the Rhythm Heaven franchise? And what is the hardest one that you could get an extension for?
Looping Remix 7 from Wii always was like kind of impossible to me because the ending got me like
Ready? And bam 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 bam.
And from the extensions I have already down, I'm gonna go with Launch Party. That just wasn't loop friendly at all. But I needed to launch the video in time for a friend's birthday, as it was their favorite minigame, so I persevered.
How did your exams go?
It's been so long that I don't even remember those exams, but I dropped out from those studies, so I must say pretty badly, yes.
What do you expect for the future, both for your YouTube channel, as well for you as a person?
As a YouTube channel, probably won't change a lot because, well, extensions don't take a lot of my time. I've been through different studies, personal problems, and still kept doing extensions, so yes, that probably won't change for the near future at least. But if I had more time, and from the time being that's the case because I don't have a job and there's the whole situation with the virus, well, I'd like to do some new things, like maybe some more animations, videos about Rhythm Heaven but different things. I don't know, honestly, it all depends on my time and interest, of course. About myself and my future, well, who knows, I'm just in a weird spot right now because I've just finished my studies. I'm kinda free, so if you need animations, illustration, simple modeling or video editing, please hire me. Thank you very much. Please don't judge me, I need the money to waste it, as I always do.
Have you been living in Spain for the entirety of your life?
Si, senor.
Do you actually know people like Angry Tapper and your other friends from La Liga del Ritmo personally, or from the internet?
No, señor, internet.
That's quite big.
Are there any games you are looking forward to?
Back in 2017, when you made that question, I would have said Animal Crossing for Switch, and especially Mother 4. And now, yes, Oddity. Still waiting.
When are we going to make a video together?
Sorry, man, but I don't think the internet is prepared for a video that powerful as that one. Well, not yet.
Do you like pulp in your orange juice?
Pulp? In my orange juice? Disgusting.
What got you into the Rhythm Heaven franchise?
This one's not really that complicated of a story. An online friend just suggested me to try the DS version because he said that it was sorta similar to WarioWare, which I also love, so I gave it a try and absolutely fell in love. And as they say, the rest is history. That person, without knowing it, would change my world forever. But that was 11 years ago, in 2009, and DS was the only game in the series. Well, not really, there's Tengoku, but I was just a child and didn't know about it, so I kinda forgot about the games for a big while. Until the Gematsu League, which of course guessed right most of the characters, except for the Rhythm Heaven representation. And then the next year came the Best Plus, and also my channel, so ever since I've been here. Whew. And with this, I'm gonna call it a day. Or a year, maybe. If there's some questions I didn't answer, it's likely because I had already done so in the previous Q&A, or because I didn't know how to, really, please understand. Thank you everyone for your questions and also staying around for so long. It's been 5 interesting years for this channel, but hopefully we'll have a lot more of experiences to look forward, so stay tuned. And now, if you excuse me...
Ocean man, take me by the hand, lead me to the land that you understand. Ocean man, the voyage to the corner of the globe is a real trip. Ocean man, the crust of a tan man and by the sand, soaking up the thirst of the land. Ocean man, can you see through the wonder of amazement at the Oberman? Ocean man, the crust is elusive when it gets forth.
Thank you very much.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Estoy hasta el coño ya de hablar tanto inglés.